always worried about him when he was gonna get high the next time. And
See, right here, what I get from Eddie. Eddie sounds consensual. Like he don't need he don't need any kind of substance to go through his day-to-day life. He's happy. He's happy being that way that he is. He didn't need no boo game or any kind of coerced or grooming. He probably came in already feeling some type of way. And it took it out of him and being with David Mendenhall, with them being tipsy and being in that type of environment that, Adam and Steve happened. But it seems like if you, I'm gonna rewind it. You based it off Eddie's conversation. Uh, he knows his place in the hierarchy without any kind of force. And now Mendenhall, every day he's like, man, I can't kick it with Mendenhall. I want to be out here on the stroll. I don't need to be under the influence or or any kind of substance to be on the stroll. Because Eddie enjoyed it. It sucked that I from his own admission, listening to his conversation, he liked it. He liked the cat calling. He liked the attention that he was gaining. He liked the free coffee. He liked being able to go to the barber shop and not pay the barber. He liked all the perks of being a boy. It's almost like a female, a female that wants to be taken care of by the man. Be like, hey, heck it. All I got to do this is every other night, and I'm taken care of. Why not? Majority of the females do that, but the females are worse because they try to get pregnant to hold the man hostage. These guys can't do that, but Eddie, listening to Eddie and listening to Mendenhall, Mendenhall needed to get twisted to be able to deal with the daily day life. Eddie, on the other hand, he enjoyed it. So that's why I mean, they couldn't kick it together. You know, uh, he probably wants Zuzus and Wham Whams, and Mendenhall's probably, tricking off the money on substance to get him going through the next day.
I just couldn't deal with that. I don't like being around them type people. As far as the aspects of life goes, yeah, it was better. Uh, I could go to the barber and get a haircut anytime I wanted. It wouldn't have to take nothing with me, you know. And then as far as the lock in my box, I didn't really have to because I didn't have to worry about anybody breaking in it at all because they know that I was associated with Mark, so they wouldn't mess with that. Mark had a pretty good reputation around here.
Well, I've used many different techniques to get a boy. Um, Tricks, manipulation, boo game. Um,
Uh, I'm actually Green Goblin. Because in reality, I think he lost his phone, man. Because I would be texting them, and I would call, and they would just ring. Nobody would pick up, and now he got a totally different number. He said he's been trying to get in contact with me, but I had to reach out to him the same way I found him. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of people that can be reached out to, man. There's a lot of people. I mean, everybody's gonna know. Even even uh even I think Big Ox. I think Big Ox. I haven't reached out to him, because I probably figured Mark probably already reached out to him. But you know, I'm gonna reach out to Big Ox and be like, hey, Hips done told me your story, man. So there's no point of lying or nothing. Hips done told me that you try to offer him meat swap. You have some cheeseburgers coming out, some dirty ass rubber water boots coming out, trying to trade Hips for some cheeseburgers. So Hips, y'all heard it that day. Hips was, yeah, I know Big Ox's name. I know his name, bro. I know his name. I know his name. Matter of fact, Hips knows him. Youngblood knows him. Uh, that's how I was able to find Big Ox. And then when Hips said the story about Big Ox, I'm like, man, I got to reach out to Big Ox and and be like, hey, Hips is already saying this stuff about you, man. He's saying that, what's your statement on these burgers? You want to make a statement and just reach out to the dudes, man. That's it. There's a lot more, that can be reached out to. But I want to know, just like little country, hometown. He wanted to know, where are these white dudes at, man? Yeah, he has. That's why because I don't have a Facebook, right? So Youngblood, when I find people on Facebook and stuff, Youngblood reaches out to them for me because he has a Facebook. So when y'all, you know, I just tell I'm able to, you don't have to have a login for Facebook. Yeah, you do to a certain extent, but sometimes the profile, you get to see a little bit of the picture of the profile before you have to log in. So once I get like a hint or an idea or maybe like a gut feeling that this person's involved or might have some insight, I shoot it to Youngblood, and Youngblood makes contact with them. Oh, Hips, you talk. Let me see. Let me see what H. No, I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna reach out to Big Ox pretty soon, bro. Cause a lot of these guys are doing live. They're doing a lot of time, and a lot of them don't got any, like, I guess, support, man. A lot of them don't have any support, and a lot of them, if they can tell a few stories to get some commissary to get them through. I don't know in Alabama, they still are they still smoking? Can they still buy off commissary? I don't know if it's I don't know because in Texas they stopped in like in early 2000s or late 90s. They stopped it in Texas because I know when I went to prison in 2001 it was no more, it wasn't on commissary no more, so it had to be way before then. uh I don't know how it is in Alabama. I don't know if in Alabama they can still buy tobacco off commissary or it's on the black market. But Big Ox, and a lot of these characters, man, a lot of these characters, that's the thing that I reached out to these bandits because a lot of these bandits are going to be open, like Hips even told me, there's plenty of them like Big Ox, Big Ox, he would openly tell you, hey, that's what I do. And y'all heard my homeboy Bobby, that when he was locked up in prison, he knew a dude that told him, "Hey, look, man, I'm a booty bandit, 100% from the heart. Uh, I'm all in it." So there's a lot of people that are open about it, and they just don't care, and it is what it is, and they'll talk about it. Mark, it's sadly to say that he's not at that point. He doesn't want to talk about what he was doing in there, and he should be proud. According to him, if if it was shameful and he wasn't proud of it, he wouldn't be doing it. But he's in there talking about. Let's listen to a little bit more, man.
Hero type Captain Save a Hole situations, all sorts of things. And yes, I became very good at it.
I'll make sure you have something to eat every night. I'll make sure you have it something to smoke. I'll make sure you have some coffee. But I'm not never giving it to him directly. he's getting it from one of my boys. So when that person might feel like, no, it's not me or whatever, then I cut him off. I cut his supply off. You know what I'm saying? Now I give him time to think about it. You know what I'm saying? He was getting free dope. He was getting free whiskey. He was getting eating every night. He was smoking every night. And then he was getting free sex. Now he don't get none of that no more. And to be able to get that, then this is what he
What's
got
going
to do.
on, young blood?
Well, one of the first things they're going to throw up is the stuff they've given you. You know, you owe them for that. And then they kind of put the boo down with it, the boo game. And to where you owe them that plus interest, They try to get you in a bind.
Telling you some gas, what you want to do?
Y'all got me leaking and everything.
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you
Y'all
hit it.
bullshitting,
Where did all the cup at?
Huh?
Son, give me that
Think
cup.
I'm just gonna buy your shit and then I ain't gonna taste it?
Look here. You don't. Hey, look here. You ain't gonna just be drinking my whiskey, right? That's all you getting now. What's up? That's gas, ain't it?
It's still sweet.
No, you ain't
Trying to
finna
sell
rob
us some bad water.
It's
I
straight.
ain't
Straight.
finna
You
rob
but
you.
see, you an alcoholic,
It's
so
straight.
it don't
It's
even
straight.
matter.
It's
Yeah,
straight.
yeah,
You just
But
wanna.
you just want to drink.
How
It's
come
straight.
you always about the
We
big
alright,
game,
man.
man? Ain't no robbing here, bro. How come
Hey,
you always about the
look
big
here.
game,
Every
man?
time I be trying to handle some business, man, you
You
always
always about
show
the
up.
big game, though, man. You still owe me 5 bags,
I
partner.
don't owe you nothing.
You know what I'm saying? You still owe me 5 bags. I tell you what, you go ahead and get this and we break even.
There's a gallon right here. Give me
I
10.
grew up in a family of 9 brothers and 4 sisters, and my father, he left, when I was like 9 years old. BPS is on her stomach, stand for Black Peace Stone. She's holding a dope sack in her hand. My other girl over on this side, she's got her back, she holding a shotgun. That's my hood, what I represent. Black Peace Stone Blood Nation.
Looking back over the years, I guess I shed some tears. I told myself time and time again, this time I'm gonna win. Taking the bumps and the bruises of all the things of a 2-time loser. I tried to hold on, my faith is gone. It's just a
Look here. You don't. Hey, look here. You ain't gonna just be drinking my whiskey, right? That's all you getting now.
Right there where it says Lewis. You talking about Lewis? Oh, he should be coming on. He said he's going to be home at 10 o'clock, bro. He said that's what he said. So right now, when it's at 9:15, I'm gonna get off, and then I'm gonna log back on at 9:45, and I'm gonna wait for Hips. Yes, it says Lewis.
What's up? That's gas, ain't it?
It's still sweet.
No, you ain't
Trying to
finna
sell
rob
us
you.
some bad water.
It's
I ain't finna let
You
you
a,
rob
but
me,
see,
man.
you an alcoholic, so it
It's
don't
straight.
even matter.
It's
Yeah,
straight. You just
But
wanna.
you just want to
How
drink.
come you always about the
We
big
alright,
game, man? Ain't no robbing here, bro.
I think it's 44 077.
Hey,
You always about
look
the
here.
big
Every
game,
time I be trying to.
I think the last number is a 1. Yeah, even JG looks kind of sick because he's already looking like his eyes looking sunken. Like this guy's eyes are sunken too, and then if you look at JG's eyes, his eyes are kind
Handle
of.
some business, man. You
You
always
always
show
about the
up.
big game, though, man. You still owe me 5 bags,
I
partner.
don't owe you nothing.
You know what I'm saying? You still owe me 5 bags. I tell you what, you go ahead and get this and we break even.
There's a gallon right here. Give me
I
10.
grew up in a family of 9 brothers and 4 sisters, and my father, he left, when I was like 9 years old. BPS is on her stomach.